The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is officially here, kickstarting a new generation of Samsung foldables into a more competitive landscape than ever. Both the Pixel Fold from Google and the OnePlus Open have been out for nearly a year, establishing themselves as credible alternatives to Samsung's well-established foldable phone. In fact, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold may make its debut next month at the Made by Google event, further ratcheting up the competition for the title of Best Foldable Phone. For that reason, the pressure's on Samsung to take a bigger step forward with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 than it normally would have to with such a well-established device. The question is, has Samsung offered any noticeable improvements from last year's Galaxy Z Fold 5? That's a tall order. The Z Fold 5 was a pretty good improvement in its own right, with a thinner, lighter design helped by a new flex hinge. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 felt more polished than ever before, and Samsung addressed one of our biggest complaints by improving image quality from previous editions thanks to software fine-tuning. Has there been a noticeably improvement? Our Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 versus Galaxy Z Fold 5 comparison looks at what's likely to change, based on what we know about Samsung's newest foldable so far. Samsung has been charging $1,799 for its high-end foldable since the days of the Galaxy Z Fold 2. That's what the phone maker charges for the Galaxy Z Fold 5, but sadly that has now changed. The starting price for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is now $1,899 for a 256GB model, $100 more than you would have paid last year. It's not ideal, especially since we had been hoping for a low-cost version of Samsung's foldable in the form of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 FE. But since that has reportedly been cancelled, we're left paying even more for our foldable fix. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 is on sale right now. Pre-orders for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 are open until July 23, ahead of the foldable going on general sale on July 24. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 introduced some key design changes to Samsung's foldables lineup, highlighted by the flex hinge, which allows the phone to close all the way flat, without the gap we had come to expect from previous folds. The new design helped the Z Fold 5 feel more streamlined, too. Initial Galaxy Z Fold 6 rumors suggested more changes, particularly to the phone's exterior display. The aspect ratio on the cover display on past Z Fold models, the current Galaxy Z Fold, is very narrow, particularly when contrasted with the wider Pixel Fold outer screen. As a result, jotting down notes on the Samsung cover display could feel a little cramped. Sadly, those rumors didn't come to fruition, and the Galaxy Z Fold 6 looks more or less the same as its predecessors. There has been a minor change to the design since the phone is now 0.1 inch wider and 0.05 inches shorter when unfolded, which isn't a huge change and not the kind of thing most people will notice. That said, the Z Fold 6 is now thinner and lighter than the Z Fold 5. It weighs just 8.4 ounces to the Z Fold 5's 8.92 ounces and 0.22 inches thinner when the phone is open. Both phones had a 7.6-inch internal foldable display, complete with a 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. The cover display on the Z Fold 6 is 0.1 inches larger than the Z Fold 5, measuring 6.3 inches. The new foldable has also upped the brightness on both screens to 600 nits of peak brightness, while the Z Fold 5 maxes out at 1,750 nits. Samsung's placed a lot of emphasis on durability with the Z Fold 6, but that doesn't expand to adding titanium to its frame, as you'd find in the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Instead, the phone is made from armor aluminum, which is supposed to be 10% stronger than the Z Fold 5. Samsung has also added an extra protective layer to the screen, and combined with the new dual rail hinge, it improves the shock resistance and decreases the display crease. The hinge is also said to be twice as strong as the flex hinge in the Z Fold 5, while also being thinner. Finally, the Z Fold 5 offers IPX8 water resistance, which means it's capable of surviving submersion in up to 1 meter of fresh water for 30 minutes. The Z Fold 6 ups that rating to IP48, meaning it has the same level of water resistance and official protection from dust particles up to 1 mm in size. The Z Fold 6 is available in Silver Shadow, Pink or Matey, as well as Craft Black and Purity White if you buy direct from Samsung. The Z Fold 5 is available in Icy Blue, Phantom Black, Cream, Gray and Blue. We felt that image quality improved from the Galaxy Z Fold 4 to the Galaxy Z Fold 5, even if Samsung didn't make any changes to the camera hardware that its foldable uses. Instead, we chalk up the changes to software tweaks that produced better colors and more balanced shots. We had better hope that history repeats itself with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, since the phone has the exact same camera setup as before, a 50MP main camera on the outside of the phone joined by 12MP ultra-wide and 10MP zoom lenses. Throw in an external 10MP selfie cam and a 4MP under-display camera, and you've pretty much got the setup for the Z Fold 6. Something have changed behind the scenes, with Samsung confirming the ultra-wide lens can now film in 4K and at 60 fps with improved low-light performance. But that doesn't change the fact the hardware is essentially the same for another year. There is a slight change to the camera housing, though, with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 featuring larger black rings around each lens. Will that make much of a difference? Unlikely, but it does help differentiate the two phones by look. We will be putting the Galaxy Z Fold 6's camera through its paces before long. Once we have, we'll be able to compare the output from both phones and see if Samsung has made any major advances in computational photography. Samsung usually turns to the best Qualcomm silicon available when it releases a foldable phone. For the Galaxy Z Fold 5, that was the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. For the Galaxy Z Fold 6, that's not just the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, it's the Galaxy-specific Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, the same as the chip found in the Galaxy S24 Ultra. We'll have to put the Z Fold 6 through its paces before we can accurately compare its performance with the Z Fold 5. But considering how impressive our Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra benchmark testing was earlier this year, it's looking very positive for the new foldable. Both the Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5 come with 12 GB of RAM and UFS 4.0 storage options, which is faster and more power efficient than the old UFS 3.1 storage chips. However, the Z Fold 6 also comes with special optimization for games running the Vulkan API, ensuring a better and more immersive experience, aided by a vapor cooling chamber that's 1.6x larger than last year. Samsung kept the Galaxy Z Fold 5's battery the same 4,400 mAh size as its predecessor. The same has happened this year, with the Z Fold 6 packing in the same capacity battery. Still, the Z Fold 5 managed to last longer on a charge, beating the Galaxy Z Fold 4 by 1.5 hours on our battery test. We'll chalk that up to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2's power management features. Considering the Z Fold 6 has upped things to the Gen 3 chipset, we're expecting that battery to last even longer. Even if the capacity hasn't changed, it doesn't look like the Z Fold 6 has improved upon the 25W charging speed offered by the Z Fold 5, much as we'd like to have seen the same 45W speeds as the Galaxy S24 Plus and Ultra. According to Samsung, this means you can restore 50% charge in 30 minutes, which isn't particularly fast, but it's not super slow either. With Samsung pushing Galaxy AI, it's no surprise that the features that on this year's Galaxy S24 phones have come to the Z Fold 6. But rather than just repeating the same features, some of which already came to the Z Fold 5 in the MIUI 6.1 update, Samsung has improved upon them. One of those improvements comes in interpreter mode, which utilizes both screens to show both sides of the conversation. So while you see a real-time translation in English, the person you're speaking to will see it in their own tongue on the cover display. Live Translate will also come to third-party call apps, letting you translate phone conversations in more places. Other new features include Sketch to Image, which improves your doodles, Portrait Studio that transforms your selfies into one of 4 different art styles. Chat Assist will draft emails and messages with contextual awareness, while Samsung Notes also supports live transcription. The Z Fold 6 and Z Flip 6 will also be getting first access to the next wave of Circle to Search features. While they will come to other Android phones later, presumably, including the Z Fold 5, it means Z Fold 6 owners will have early access. These new features include Circle to scan QR codes, Circle to translate a whole screen, and Circle to solve math equations. Samsung will also be extending the same 7-year software and security support enjoyed by the Galaxy S24 to the Galaxy Z Fold 6. The Galaxy Z Fold 5 gets 4 years of Android updates and an additional 5th year of security support. You'd be forgiven for feeling a little disappointed in the differences between the Z Fold 5 and Z Fold 6. This is a very iterative update, especially on the hardware side of things, and it's about time Samsung started offering more substantial upgrades to things like the camera. That said, the improved durability and emphasis on software feature, particularly Galaxy AI, could be appealing, primarily to people who either have an older Galaxy Z Fold phone or are looking for their first ever foldable. Z Fold 5 owners don't really have that much to entice them into picking up a new handset, and considering the amount of extra competition Samsung now faces, is probably going to have to step up its game a little more. Given the more competitive landscape and the incremental improvements seen in the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 compared to the Z Fold 5, do you think the new model offers enough to justify its higher price? What would make you choose the Galaxy Z Fold 6 over its competitors like the Pixel Fold or the OnePlus Open? Do let us know in the comment section. Hope you liked and subscribed to this channel. I will see you in next one.